that was the first time I ever felt like, I've had balls thrown at my face.
Me too. And the clinic was like, what? So they had to call an ambulance to come pick me up.
Is it, what?
So that was like,
I didn't know what to do.
Dance Anime!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Dance Anime Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Kevin Sissenthone, and to the left of the couch, your right, is the IRL tsundere, Kayla Dennis. How have you been?
I'm good.
We're watching a little bit of Jersey Shore before this, all of us.
Mm-hmm.
What a show.
I like Jersey Shore a lot. I don't care what anybody says.
It's hot trash, but I can't stop looking away.
Like, what a cast of characters, what a mess. And hopefully one day we just get one of these guys on this podcast.
Yeah, right.
Imagine?
Could you imagine that?
Right.
There's no way. I don't even know if I could, like, sit here and, like...
Talk to them.
I mean, you have to assume they, like, talk way differently, like, off camera, right? Like, off TV.
Like normal people.
They have to be, right? The producers are like, come on, let's do this. But anyway, to the right of Kayla Dennis is the anime shonen rival, Steven Sissenthone.
What's going on, dude?
You excited?
Yeah, I'm excited.
That Jersey Shore got you juiced up?
A little bit. I mean, I just took a nap, so I'm a little sleepy, but, I'm here. I'm ready to go.
But anyways, this is the Dance Anime Podcast, so we kind of came up with this idea to kind of bullshit and talk around because we always stay up till, like, late hours till the sun rises sometimes, and we just talk about random stuff. So we said, why not put a camera up, make it a podcast, put the mics on, and just kind of record these memories as we go along with you guys, the subscribers. Thank you, by the way. Like, comment, and subscribe. And this will also go on, various podcast services. I kind of set it up so that we're going to be on Spotify. We got iTunes. Yeah, Apple services, Google services, all that stuff. If you prefer to listen to podcasts without a video and seeing our ugly faces, at least mine. But that's what we're trying to do. So we're going to try to go like week to week. That's hopefully we can make it. So, but it's going to be a little bit easier compared to like our other video game anime podcast where, we don't have to, we can talk about random stuff. But anyways, it's our first episode. I have some whiskey. I'm here to celebrate. So, going to crack it open right now.
Is that new?
This is not new.
And what is
This
that?
is not new.
And what is that?
This is we did a whiskey video like a year ago or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a different brand of this kind. It's called Nika Coffee Malt Whiskey. I think the one I had on the episode was like Nika something malt. So, I forgot what it was called exactly, but it was coffee something. It was a pink label, that's all I know. But I brought this on because I bought it like after we tried those Japanese whiskeys or whatever. But we're here. I don't know if it's gonna pick up on the mic for your ASMR peeps. Am I gonna drink all of it on this show? Absolutely not. My face is gonna turn red. But it's the thought that counts. We're celebrating. I noticed the IRL tsundere over there. We got whites. Was that 70 calories? They make it in 70 calories now.
I wasn't prepared for this. I just got a nail clipper, dude.
But anyways, so we're all gonna talk about our topics. How are we gonna decide this? I was saying
That's a
rock
good
paper.
question.
I was deciding like rock paper scissors.
I mean, I'm down if that's the way you want to do it.
And maybe we do it any other way. If you guys have
Like
suggestions.
every show we should do it a different way. Even make a skit out of it if we have to.
What if we?
That's funny.
Just a whole ass skit that just determined who went first. All right. Well, I mean, for now, let's just do rock paper scissors. Just get all of
I'm
our.
too good at rock paper scissors, so
You
I
said-
don't want to do
Wow.
Oh, no, you said you're too good. And I was like,
You say you're
Jesus.
too good?
this. I'm too good at rock paper scissors.
She did say she's too good.
Oh, you did say that.
Every time I've done rock paper scissors, I've almost always won. I'm gonna lose.
But have you?
You're gonna look.
If you lose and you use she did the option to select of like I'm too good, I'm gonna make you like, so that means if she wins she's too good, but also if she loses she let us win. You can't just do that.
Yeah,
Yes,
bro.
I can.
Anywho,
that's like
let's go.
saying, let's race, but if I lose, I wasn't really trying.
Yeah.
Can't believe this shit. I don't get paid enough for this.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Get fucked.
Wow. Steven goes first. That's
Oh
straight
my
up.
God, I didn't want to win.
I don't know. I thought I get to choose who goes first.
Oh, is that how we're doing it? If you want.
Oh, please don't make me go first.
I might have to. I mean, you should have seen. Did you not see yourself in the past minute?
That's
How do you want to do? You're the host. You tell me. You want me to go first, or you want me to choose?
No, we're all hosts. We're all equals on this.
What do you think? Me go first, and we choose.
You go first. I think winner should just go first.
I'll go first. I don't really care.
You should be like excited to
No,
go.
I am excited to go. I just want to know.
You should be like, damn, I wanna win to say my topic.
Dude,
first.
I'm not nervous at all, dude. I'm fine.
All right, Steven, what's your topic?
It's a simple one. I thought I mentioned this before. You know, I've gone through some crazy shit, but do you believe in ghosts?
Oh, I'm gonna go.
Want me
ahead.
to answer first, or you want to go?
However you want. You want to go?
Yeah. Let me just say, I'm one of the kind where it's like I don't believe it until I see it, but that does not mean I want to see it. That's not me inviting ghosts to infest me or whatever. But I don't believe it until I see it, and I haven't technically seen it, but I've experienced some really weird shit that I'll get into. And that's my take so far.
Okay.
And no, I'm not inviting any ghosts around here too. No, you're not invited.
I do believe in ghosts, or at least I think part of me wants to believe they're real. But I don't know. I feel like there's something about the mystery of like, are they real or not? And I think that's where the fear of it comes from, and why they're scary and all that. I don't know, man. Because I am such a science man, and it's like, there's nothing that could explain ghosts. But then there's so many weird occurrences that people talk about and all that. So I really don't know where I stand, whether they are real or not. How do you feel about it, Kayla?
I both 100% believe ghosts are real, but also 100% do not believe ghosts
see?
are real.
Yeah, this is the issue that it comes.
Yeah.
And I think my reasoning is I want them to be real because I want you to be able to be a ghost after you die.
So yeah, I'm open to it.
I don't want you to just die and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But also, what the hell? Like, ghosts? Like, that's the craziest. I don't know. It just doesn't seem plausible to me.
Anyways, I was on that, train of thought, but I had some really weird shit happen to me when I was in college. And before I get into this, you guys want to say any last things, or no?
Go for it.
All right, so like obviously I've had a bunch of weird stuff. Like I have a bathroom, like in my room, not in my room, but like connected to my room, and I don't know, that's just the classic. Like I have the light on in my room, I go to the bathroom, and I come back out, and then the light's off. But maybe I'm just like, but I've always chalked things up, like stuff like that has happened all the time, and I always chalked it up to like, oh, maybe I'm just like I'm out of it. Like maybe I did turn it off, or like, I was sleepy, whatever. Like middle of the night, going to pee or whatever, and a bunch of weird shit, right? But then this one time, I cannot shake the feel. It was the weirdest I've ever felt in my life. It was so weird. So I was in college, and I was going to UConn, and on the weekends I would come back home because we had a D&D campaign to run and all that stuff.
Well, hold on. When was this?
What do you mean?
Like year wise, like two.
Oh, this is like junior year.
Junior year of college, right?
Yeah, junior
Okay.
year. Yeah, junior year.
Wow. I didn't.
Yeah, junior year.
Okay, no, that adds up. I feel like I remember you telling me the story.
The
Go ahead.
sidebar, you got. I bet you the boys didn't even notice this, but I would be coming home from recon to do that. Anyways, get you a D&D player that has that much dedication. It's like an hour and 40 or like a hour car drive or something, right? Hour. Anyways, so I was going back and forth on the weekends, and I remember one night, it was like a Friday night. I was typing a paper. Actually, it was Thursday night. Thursday night, I was typing a paper for Friday because that's the classic college life. You write the paper before the date's due or whatever. I was staying up really, really, really late, and it was like, I don't know, maybe like 2 a.m. Probably, I don't even know, something around that. And I had just like left the last paragraph to finish, and I was like, I'm just gonna go to sleep. And then I think that might have been Wednesday night, actually. Wednesday night, I go to sleep. I wake up on Thursday. It was due on Thursday. Something like the day's kind of irrelevant, but it was like Thursday. And then I finished the last paragraph, and then I went to go print it because I had to hand it in, obviously. And my printer was out of ink. And have I told you this, by the way?
You did. I don't really remember too many of the details, but
I was just curious.
My experience is pretty fresh for the most part. All I remember is that it involved a printer.
Yeah, so I went to go
crazy shit.
I went to go print it on Thursday morning before class. I finished the last paragraph. like proofread it, did all that stuff before class in the afternoon. This was in the morning, and I remember I remember, I'm pretty sure, maybe my memory's shaky, maybe it didn't, but I thought I opened the printer cartridge and then I put it in the printer and I threw it out, or so I thought. And that was kind of my last thought about it. I didn't really process it in my head if I actually did throw it away. But as far as I know, I threw it away. So later that night, school stuff, I went back and just a normal night, ate during the hours. I had to go eat, played some video games at night, chilled with the boys on PlayStation, the rest of my homework, go to sleep. And by the way, I have a roommate. He is 1 year older than me, and he's just like he's a very like goody two shoe type of guy. Like wakes up at like 5 a.m. every day, like to start his morning, and like he would always be in his bathrobe, and he would always
he was living life.
He was a super chill guy. If he ever watches this, shout out to you. He was cool. I had no problems with him. He wake up every day 5 in the morning, cook his bagel, watch Philip DeFranco, and chill. And he was like, go to sleep really early, and he seemed like just your average student. And that's kind of his background. We'll get into why that's important later. But anyways, I went back that day after handing the paper in, and I remember after the night was over, obviously I went to sleep. I woke up in the morning to go to my Friday class. That's what it was. My Friday class. And when I was waking up, I felt something by my feet. This is in the morning. I felt something by my feet, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" And I didn't really think much about it. And then I was like, "Whatever." This is like maybe like 7 a.m. By my feet, I didn't think anything of it. But I remember I did feel something there, and I was like, "Whatever." I was just like worry about it later. And then I woke up for like class at like I don't even know when, 10, 11, I don't know. But anyways, a couple hours later, I woke up and I was like, "All right, what the hell was this thing by my feet?" And it was the printer cartridge, like the box.
Yeah.
That I opened up, and I was like, that is really weird. And I was like, I didn't think anything of it. I was like, did I forget to throw this out? It's on my bed. And by the way, my bed is like, I have to climb up to get to my bed, and underneath it is like my desk, my printer, and my PlayStation setup and all that stuff. And that's where like all my other ink cartridges are, my printer, all that stuff. So I woke up and that was by my feet, and I thought that was weird, and I didn't think much of it. I was like, whatever, just go to class, do your thing, whatever. And this was on Friday. And then I went back home, and not home, but like back to my room after the day was over. And I was talking to my roommate, and I was like, I told him about like the situation. I was like, dude, it was like super weird. Like this thing was like by my feet. And I was like, do you remember me like opening the cartridge and like talking about like how I asked him for something regarding it. I don't remember. It was kind of a long time ago. And point is that he was aware that this printer cartridge thing ink cartridge was a thing. And I told him about it, and he's like, "Oh, that's weird." And like, I don't remember if he threw it away or not. Yada yada. And I shouldn't have said this. I kind of like, I don't know. I was setting myself up for something really freaking ominous. But it was on a Friday, and I said, "You know what would be weird?" Sam was his name. I was like, "You know what would be weird, Sam?" I was like, "What if I throw this out and I left on the weekend and I came back and it was like on my bed or something? That would be freaking weird, right?" So I said that. Anyways, I threw it away. I remember I went like right across my room hall, maybe like 5 steps to the right. There's a bathroom, and then the bathroom is the garbage. I threw it in there. I remember vividly in my head. I threw it in there, and it was probably like it went down the side, and it was probably like 3/4 up of the garbage. So there's like another quarter to be filled of the garbage. Anyways, I went home, D&D, did all that stuff, blah blah blah. Came back at like, because I'm a procrastinator. It was literally like 3 in the morning. Like no bullshit. It was like 3 in the morning. I drove to the UConn parking lot, walked my ass all the way back to my dorm, and then I went into my room. It was really late. I didn't want to wake up my roommate. Unlocked the door with the key, turn on the flashlight, yada yada. Put my backpacks down, put all that stuff down. I was climbing up on my bed with the flashlight, and right in the middle of my bed was the printer cartridge, and it was like it was torn up in like a really different way. It wasn't like torn up in pieces, but it was definitely torn up in like a really not the way I opened it, right?
Yeah.
And I remember feeling so like out of body and like super like weird. Like that was the weirdest I ever felt.
Did you
cried? I would have just cried.
did you feel like frozen up? Like was it just like did you feel like petrified at all?
Yeah, I was like, no. I was like, of course.
Because if it was me, I'd be sitting there like for next 20 minutes of like I cannot move.
I was like, no way. I was like, of course. Out of everything, and I said that, and then, like it's like right here. I was like, of course, and it was like, it was so,
of course.
It was so weird. I'm gonna go check. I'll get to that later. But anyways, I was feeling so weird. It was probably the weirdest I've ever felt in my life. And then I went to go lay in bed, and I was thinking about it for probably 5 minutes. But then but it was like 3 in the morning, and I had to sleep for class the next day, because it was like, it was a.m. on a Monday, and class is about to start back up. So I was like, I remember just laying there, like, I don't know why I did this too, but I was like trying to see if I was gonna see something else happen. I remember because our beds are like this, and like if you're listening on the podcast, back left, back right, two like both our beds. My bed is in the back right, his bed is in the back left, and his bed is in the back left. And I was looking in the front left corner, like if I was gonna see something. I don't know why I was like beating something, but then I did that for like 5 minutes. I was feeling really weird, and I had the blanket up to like my neck, and I was just like frozen there. And I was like, all right, whatever. 5 minutes passed. I was like. Honestly, in my head, I was like, dude, I don't care about this right now. I have to go to class, and like I can't be bothered with this shit right now. I'm just gonna force myself to go to sleep, and then we'll see what happens tomorrow. So I threw it out. Actually, I didn't even throw it out, I don't think. But anyways, I woke up and I was like, yo, Sam, I was like, look at this. I was like, it happened, dude. And I don't know, people would think that maybe he's pranking me or whatever, but like I said, like before, he's not that type of person at all. Because I've been living with the guy, I know how he is. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't prank me because we're not on that level of like friendship even. And he's not even like that type of person. But that was a thought that I had. But anyways, I threw it out, and then of course the garbage was like all the way down. By the way, at this point,
yeah,
it wasn't like 3/4 like or four out of 4 quarters like full. It was all the way down. And I was like, oh, then the garbage cleared itself, and this thing was on my bed. I was like, that's just weird. That's weird. And I mean, I threw it away, and then after that, not much with the ink cartridge happened. And I mean, I went up, and then I was like a day later, I like went up to him straight up, and I was like, yo, Sam, I was like, all right, be straight with me. I was like, if you're pranking me, like you got me, dude. Like fair. I was like touche, like fair and square, you got me, dude. Like if you did it, you got me. Like good on you. Like all right, can you just admit now, like did you do it or did you not do it? And he's like, I promise you, I did not do it. So I was like, and at that point, like even before that point, I believed him. And I just had to double ask just in case, and I believed him even more. And maybe he's a like 200 IQ genius or something, but that's definitely not the type of person that this guy is. And I was
he's like watching this video, just like,
and I was like, that was the weirdest thing ever. And then I think let's bring it back a little bit. When I went back on, I think that Monday in the morning. This is a whole nother like topic, but the Yukon freaking like parking services, oh my god, are they corrupt? I've gotten like 5 parking tickets from them, like $30 a piece, just from like
you're that Yukon US Patreon money.
Such BS. Like, let me give you one example. Let me go on that little rant real quick. There was one time where, because their like tickets are so inconsistent with each other. And it just pissed me off so much because, like, I don't know. Anyways, there was one time where I parked like this. It's going to be hard to do it for the people that are just listening. I parked in a way where I was blocking a car, like, on the side. Like, think of like a T-bone, like traffic, accident. I parked like that. And I was
You were the top of the T.
I was the top of the T. And yeah, I was the top of the T, and they were the shaft, if you will. And I was like, "Am I blocking? Like, can they not pull out? Because can the shaft not pull out because I'm blocking them?" And I went to go outside to check my car. I was like, "No, they should be fine. Like, any competent driver should be able to pull out of this." I was in class, and of course I get the email that like your car is blocking someone, yada yada. And then I get the call like, "Hey, Steven, is yada yada your car? Yes, like please, you gotta move it. You're blocking your car." And one of the funniest thing, I went there to move my car, and that car I was quote unquote blocking was gone.
Jesus.
So I was like, I was not blocking it.
Mm.
I was like, and then of course the ticket was on my my windshield. Why is this important? It's because when I had the ticket, I had it in the jeans of like I had it in the back pocket of my jeans because I don't know, that's just where I put it. And I remember I lost it on, I think that Monday or Tuesday. It doesn't really matter. On that Monday or Tuesday, I lost it, and I couldn't find it. And I remember I was going up it was after class. I noticed I lost it. I was going back to my room, and we lived on like I don't know, like the 7th floor, pretty high up, 8. I don't know, I can't remember. And I was taking the elevator up, and I was like, oh shit, like where did I put it? I'm missing it or whatever. And I was like, I don't know why I do this to myself. This is like becoming a trend. I said, you know what would be in my head? I said, like, you know what would be crazy? I don't know why I do this. It would be crazy if it was in the like next to the elevator to the right. There's a storage unit, like a trash room with like a microwave in it. And I would go there sometimes to cook like Easy Mac and like ramen, you know, the college diet. And I was going up. I don't know why I did this. I said, you know what would be crazy if I went up this elevator and it's to the right of the elevator. If I look right and I see it just like on the table there, or it's like in that room or something. And I remember going up the elevator, and of course I look right and I see like an orange envelope like on the ground. It's a closed door, and like maybe like a third of it was like peeking out underneath the door. And I was like, let me just check if this is like what I think it is, because the tickets come in that orange packet. And this was another weird incident. This is like, once again, this is in the span of like, you know, 24 to 48 hours, maybe even less. I went to go take the envelope, and I was opening it slowly, and I was like, one of that where you like slowly take it up and you're like peeking like that, because I was like, please don't be the one. And I opened it. Of course, it's my car, my name, all that stuff. I was like, I guess I found it, and that was another weird. Maybe slightly less weird because maybe I misplaced it and someone just put it there or something. But like that was my like copium, where it was like, oh no, dude, that wasn't that weird because of this could have happened. Like someone could have found it, yada yada. Anyways, I found it, paid it off, and that was that. And that's pretty much rounds up that story. That was probably the weirdest I felt in my life, and that's what led me to believe like, hey, maybe I'm open to you know, like, to ghosts being real or whatever.
Was that like your like conduit to that, or not like conduit, but like was that your like kind of light switch moment?
It wasn't really.
Or did you believe a little bit, and then that was just like,
you know, I was
weird.
always open to it, and it was like, wow, now like I've experienced something really weird. I don't know if I can 100% say, oh yeah, that's ghost or whatever.
Yeah,
it could have been anything, which is maybe me fucking smoking that copium, but. That's kind of where I was at with that. I was like, wow, that was like super, super weird. Probably the weirdest experience I've had. And I've had a lot of weird stuff.
I can't say
sleep paralysis and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was that story. That was really weird. I don't know if you guys have any stories.
When I was in high school, I had these two friends, and we slept over one of our friends' house. And so it was like how her room was set up. She had like a bed, and then she had like a pull-out bed underneath her bed, so it like rolled out because she was like real weird about people sleeping in her bed. So she had like an extra bed.
Wait, what age were you?
It was high school.
I feel like I feel like there's an age where like you start feeling weird about people sleeping in your bed. Is high school that age?
I don't know. I think she was always like that. Like, you couldn't touch her pillows. Like,
yeah.
She didn't want anybody in her bed.
I feel like there's a point where you're just like, oh, people are nasty. Like, I'm not sleeping in your bed kind of thing.
I don't care, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care who sleeps on her bed.
I would say, like...
Especially
you're not, like, dirty.
Even senior year, you know, when I'm with the boys, it's like, you can sleep in my bed, it's whatever.
Hey, but like, you're jerking off, you're having sex. You know what I mean?
What?
People are nasty. You guys sleep in that? Like, would you sleep in the... We just talked about watching Jersey Shore. Would you sleep in that smush room?
I mean, if I'm deathly tired.
I mean, if I had to, and it's different, because if those are my boys or whatever,
It's different. If it's like a stranger, maybe
Yeah.
not.
I don't know. If it's
I
like,
guess, right?
I mean, if it's them, like they're doing that shit all the time, then maybe not, right?
Yeah.
But if it's like my boys and I know them and I know like
Hmm.
I know how they are. But to be fair, I'm saying this, but I've never like really even high school. I don't think I've even slept in anyone's bed.
Oh, I slept in everyone's bed.
Me
Everyone
too.
slept in my bed.
Especially college. We were in the same like class and we had the same friends. Like,
Everyone slept in my bed.
but anyways, continue.
And so it was like it got late and we were all kind of laying down, so it was like she was in her bed and then me and the other girl were sharing the second bed. And so we were laying in a way where like she was laying this way and I was laying this way, so our feet were like this.
Yeah.
And I remember we had like the lights turned off and we were going to sleep, and I swear to God something grabbed my leg. Okay. And I sat up and I was like, who touched me? I freaked out and neither of them did it. Like they swore up and down that neither of them touched me. And I was like, no, seriously, like, come on, like this isn't funny. Like, cause I don't play that shit. It's not okay.
Keep going.
Okay. And they were like, no, I didn't touch you. I was like, no, something touched me, but like neither of them are the type of people to do something like that. Like neither of them are like prank types, and they wouldn't lie to me because we were like really, really close friends. So to this day I'm like, something touched me, some kind of ghost touched me, and it was not okay. It was terrifying.
That was weird. That was in the middle of the night, you said?
Yeah.
And were you like fully awake or were you like dazed maybe a little bit? I don't know, I'm just trying to,
I
fill the
don't
loopholes
even
maybe.
think it was like the middle of the night. It was like we had like just laid down to go to sleep, so it probably was maybe like midnight. And we were like, the lights were off, everybody was sleeping like how they were. Like she was in her bed, like the other girl's hands were like far enough from my leg, like I would have felt her get up and like touch me, you know what I mean? So I don't know what happened. It was scary though. I didn't like it.
Why do you think we like are scared of ghosts? Is it just like fear of the unknown?
Yeah, 100%.
I think so.
You think that's just
Fear
straight
of the
up?
unknown, for 100%.
Like,
If
what?
I knew about them and I knew they were friendly, I think I would be fine with it.
I mean, yeah, right?
I'm
I
just
mean,
scared of
this
the-
is not an
I'm
invite.
scared of the bad ghosts.
This is not an
Good
open
ghosts.
invite, by the way. Let me just say that it's not an open invite.
Absolutely not. Especially we live in the Northeast. Like we live like Connecticut.
We live in the freaking haunted state.
Yeah, we live like legit. Like I went to Dunkin' Donuts, coffee, started floating.
Nah.
But
Freaking home of Ed and Lorraine Warren. Like, nah, we're
Yeah.
not doing this.
no, that's like it freaks me out. I can't name any like incident. I know for a fact. I think which is like really scary because I know I don't know. Me and Steven were like raised like Buddhists, and that gets into a bunch of whole spiritual shit. And I can't remember what happened because we were like I think me and Steven were like babies at the time. I think we were chilling in like one of our uncles like uncle, cousin, aunt, kind of whatever.
Uncle, grandpa.
Yeah, our uncle, grandpa, our uncle, grandpa's house. It was one of our like, nephews like house or not nephews, cousin's house. And all I remember was like everyone telling us this story, especially when we're a little bit older. At the time, I didn't even know what the fuck was going on because I was just a fetus.
But I must have been really young.
Yeah.
That's probably still.
And all I remember was like they were saying that there was like ghosts and noises happening and
No shot. I
Yeah.
never heard about this.
Yeah.
What?
yeah, and like I don't know if you
Where is
remember.
this?
This was Georgia too.
Georgia.
But like that's all I
No shot.
and that's why it like scares me. I'm like I swear like our family is just like
I mean, they said that house was like really.
it was fucked up.
You talking about like Tommy?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they said that house was really like because I think someone died in it or something.
Like you hearing this?
I think someone
You
in
hearing
her, I
this?
think someone in her family died or like in there. I don't know.
And like the thing was that like
And they said like that. Oh, I remember there was like there's that one room inside that house. Was like that's like the weird room. That
yeah,
a lot of weird
yeah,
stuff happened.
exactly. Like you don't sleep in there.
Yeah, I don't keep going.
But like the thing was that like and all that's kind of all the details I remember. I remember like one of our grandma Asian families, man. We just have like family that aren't really our family, that are family kind of thing.
Yeah.
Surely some of the viewers relate. But I remember and I don't understand too much of like the Buddhist religion. I'm not really that religious to be honest, but like when they were talking about like one of the older ladies, kind of they just put the label grandma on her for us. And she was like a witch doctor. Do you remember this?
Oh, God.
Oh, like I don't know, partially, but not Not really.
Dr.
She was,
Cheese.
I swear, she was like a witch doctor. That's the best word I could describe. But she was,
Ooh, ah.
she was doing that stuff to like clean the room,
Really?
something like that. She was like a very, very religious like woman, like high status.
Okay.
That's the way that the family treated her was like she was like a god. I am a god.
I am God.
But like, and I remember them saying that like she has to be long gone now. Either that or she knows the success to life, and she's like
She's like immortal.
she's like 200. Yeah, for all I know. But that's like the only thing I can remember. I don't remember any like instances where like something made me feel weird like that or like had me going. All I know is that I overthink too much.
Oh hell yeah, that's the death of me.
I guess like if we were talked about one time, and I've kind of like I'm such a like a logical person. I always put something like
yeah,
I always try to put a logic to something.
yeah. That printer I could not.
That's crazy.
That's-
But
Yeah, I
crazy.
could not do that one.
like the like
But I got over it pretty quickly. I was like, it's cool. I
The only
gotta focus on.
the only thing I could think of is that I was like sleeping in my bed one time, and all I remember was like my door is pretty light to like close and all that, and I think like I went to kind of close it, and I swear this is like in my head, and this was the scariest visual I would say, was that I was sleeping in my bed, and I'm picture a square room. My bed's in the corner, and the kind of opposite corner in the 45-degree angle.
Back right corner, and his door's in the top left.
Yeah, pretty much. Is where my door is, and I remember like sleeping, and I think either I woke up or I was trying to sleep for like a 30 minutes or whatever. It was like the cookie cutter Blumhouse Productions, like horror movie, Sinister, all that stuff. And I remember it just slowly opening, like, and you heard the creak. It was like a movie made.
It was
for
late
me.
at night.
Yeah. It was like 4D fucking ride. It was it opened up, but it opened up slowly, like as if someone was trying to fuck with me. And it opened up and it was just like and if you saw the visual, cuz my room was pitch black, but the hallway was open, so the light kind of opening, and all you saw was the empty space as if someone was there. You know what I mean? And then your mind fills in the imagination of someone opening it, because it opened up and went.
Were you ready to bang out?
I don't know what I was ready to do.
That's like my first reaction to stuff.
How do
that.
how do you bang out with a ghost?
I mean, like I think it's like an intruder or something.
Oh,
That's like where my mind goes, and then it goes to the
I didn't even think anything. I was just like, that's weird. That's weird. That's weird. You know what I mean?
make it stop. Yeah, I get it.
And that being said, why do you know? I'm not trying. I don't want to. They said don't taunt the ghosts. That's like one of the rules, right?
Yeah,
Don't taunt ghosts. But like,
we don't invite. It's not an open
no,
invite.
no, absolutely not. But like, the
like things just started moving.
God.
Yeah.
Throw it against the wall. Like,
but like, why do they like? You gotta tell me that ghosts, they have the advantage.
Of course.
Come to our plane of existence. You know what I mean? Get the
Run me
glove.
the
Get the
fair
glove.
one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Get the gloves going, or maybe even talk it out. Use our words. They don't talk to us like verily. You kind of have to like decipher it.
yeah, they might not be able to.
Yeah, maybe they're just so frustrated
Yeah.
and they're trying to get to tell
Maybe
us
that's why they
something
get angry because they can't
on some
communicate
interstellar
with
stuff.
us like that.
Yeah. I the way I've always pictured it, I think this is like this has to be a theory. Because the way like ghosts walk through walls and
Oh,
stuff.
you tell me this one, yeah.
And I kind of like it. I kind of like the idea of like if you could go into like a haunted place, and they're able to go through walls. That was like once a hallway, like
Yeah.
back in the day,
Interesting.
or something like that. If you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Like their existence of where they should be, like be it like say I don't know, say this house over here was like in 1892 and it looked completely different than what
So
it
you
was,
think they're stuck in a cycle?
something like that.
They're stuck in doing what they have to do.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
What they did in their lifetime.
Exactly.
They're stuck in a routine.
That sucks though.
And then they
Yeah.
go through. I mean, I feel like to them they don't realize.
I mean, probably not. They probably didn't even realize they died.
What if when like they're like they have a vase that gets knocked over and it's our fault? What if we're ghosts?
True perspective. I think I opened up a portal in your room by playing Phasmophobia.
Jeez.
I'm
I've-
pretty sure.
I've now played Phasmophobia at all or like watched it.
Because in that game you have to say a bunch of names and like where show me a sign, all this
Yeah.
stuff. And then maybe they're picking it up. So I think I opened a portal in your room.
Jesus.
Yeah. don't play that game in your room. It's the PSA.
Just play it in like the middle of the field.
Play it
Look
in
away from
play it
the
in like
thing, no.
play it in someone you don't like's room. Just use their room for a stream room or whatever you gotta do, and just whatever room, just not your own room that you need to sleep in.
So wait, let me get this straight. I just want to wrap my head around this because this is my first time hearing it. When
Yeah.
we were kids in that house, say that. Sorry, like, real quick, one more time.
All I remember is that we were super young,
Super young,
and we
yeah.
were sleeping in there, and all I heard
In
was
the
like,
room, in the
yeah,
room.
I think we were sleeping in the room.
Okay.
Jeez, why would they put the kids in that room?
Oh, the sick bastards! I don't know, man.
Like, jeez.
I can picture Dad being like,
Whatever.
like
They're
it's not,
fine.
it's not
Ghosts
real.
don't exist.
It's not. No, Dad's definitely the type of person like it's not a thing, dude.
Yeah.
Like, we'll sleep in it. We'll take the room, whatever.
And I faintly remember, like, I think it was either like our younger cousin Tommy
Okay.
at the time. Like, I think he was like crying because he was young too.
You probably saw the ghost.
He was younger than me, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember this. I was so young. That's why I want to hear this again because
Yeah. And speaking of fucking Kayla saying that you want to see or they probably saw like ghosts. Part of the reason why like having kids is super fucking scary.
Freaking see 'em.
True.
Same thing with this.
Pets.
Same thing with pets.
Pets and kids, you gotta go.
Hershey used to bark at stuff all the time, like that weren't there, and it used to freak the hell out of me because I was like, "What is she barking at?"
Yeah, stop. Like, so like if I see like the cat like going yeah, like in the fucking in the corner, like
It's like, no.
like no, there's absolutely no way.
So you said we're in that room and a bunch of noises were happening and things were moving.
Yeah, dude, very faint details. I know nothing.
Oh my god.
But that's all I remember was that like apparently that room was like the haunted room. I think it was like one of like their great grandfather.
Yes, yeah, it was something like that.
Like
yeah.
died or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, they heard
Just
noises,
stuff the kids in that room.
and we got our grandma witch doctor figure.
Yeah.
Grandma witch doctor should have been in that room.
And you know what's crazy about this one witch doctor? Because here's the thing about if you don't know like too much about us, we're Laotian, Laos, and pretty much I'm very American. Don't know a lick of that language, and all I picture is that lady. And if you heard her voice, it was picture the Laotian language. I don't know if you search up a video. I ain't gonna tell you, but. She had like a witch doctor voice, like I have no like that was her voice, but that and like a foreign.
Wait, she's in her family or she's a family friend?
I think she's not blood related.
God, yo.
So think
Not.
So think like that with like a foreign language you don't understand. There's something about foreign languages that just make things scarier.
Sometimes they're scary. They're really scary.
Like if you watch VHS at the whatever, you know the one.
Yeah, VHS. There was like the Filipino one or
Yeah,
whatever.
you know the one.
The Indonesian one.
If you know, you know.
if you
It just-
don't watch it.
It's so weird.
But
Even like Japanese horror versus like American horror.
Jap-
It's like a whole nother.
Japanese like
beast, dude.
folklore. Oh my
It's
god.
so weird. Like I have to talk about sleep paralysis too another time because this just reminds me of it. I have some crazy sleep paralysis stories. By the way, there was like for like a month straight. I'm not exaggerating. For like a month straight, I had sleep paralysis like every day in like high school.
I
don't
still
know.
do.
I don't do it. I don't do it as much anymore, and I think it's because my body's gotten used to it, and I've mentally like can disassociate myself with what's happening, and I know how to snap out of it because I was having it like every day. Anyway, that's
I am.
That's another day.
For me, I am too tired. I am too stressed. I consume way too much caffeine. I am just like a sucker when it comes to sleep paralysis.
Well, that makes me wonder why I've never gotten it.
Nah,
I
maybe.
have
Really?
so much stress and so much caffeine on a daily basis, and never, not once, even like close to sleep
Yeah.
paralysis.
maybe
Nothing.
tonight.
Yeah, maybe. First time.
tonight.
First time for everything.
No, we're not.
Anyways, Kayla, what's your topic?
I wanted to talk about injuries.
Oh, I'm excited. I already got one right
Injuries.
here.
Like, just like things and like that, how you've gotten hurt, like at different points in your life. I have quite a few stories.
Oh, me too. If
Because
like,
I was a accident-prone child. I'm an accident-prone adult, unfortunately.
no, I
Um,
like.
I don't get injured that much, to be honest.
I won't go into my story. I'll let you tell yours first. But like, I remember being like a 16-year-old. I swear I've been in more MRIs and like had EKGs and whatever Gs.
RPGs,
RPG, too many RPGs. I'll tell you.
MMOs.
Too many MMORPGs. Dear God. Like, by the time I was 16, I swear I had like more than my age. But anyways, hey, you got any stories? I'm ready to hear these. Like, I'm so
Yeah.
excited. I love these. I love injury
speak
stories.
it loud into the mic.
All right, I guess I'll start with when I was like, well, okay, so growing up, I have two brothers. Just that alone should tell you how many times three of
Jesus.
us have gotten hurt together.
Bro, I had two brothers too. They just headbutt you for no
yeah,
reason.
No, seriously. But so, for the most part, growing up, me and my middle brother shared a room. Because we always like lived in like apartments and stuff. So, but I know we had this one apartment, and me and my brother shared a room, and we had a bunk bed. I was the top bunk, he was the bottom bunk. And I remember one time we were sleeping, and I fell off the top of my bed. And I slammed my head, like the corner, or like my head, the middle of my forehead on the corner of my dresser. I still have a scar on my forehead. I don't even remember this happening, if I'm being, like, I remember it happening, but I don't even remember reacting to it. I just remember I slammed my head, and I fell onto the ground, and I just remember, like, touching my head, right? And I didn't know what was going on, and my mom told me I was screaming. And I didn't even know I was screaming.
Wait, how old were you? Did you say?
I have no idea. Like, I had to have been, I think it was before CJ was born. So I was probably maybe, like, 9-ish.
CJ's Kayla's younger brother, if you didn't know.
And he was born when I was 11, so it was before that.
Yeah.
So maybe like 8, 9, maybe even 10, but I don't think it was 10. And so my mom runs in, she turns the light on, and this water that I'm feeling on my head is blood. Like, my forehead is just gushing blood. And so my mom's panicking. She, like, takes me to the hospital. And I'm sitting there in the hospital. I have a rag on my forehead, like, collecting my blood, and I'm just sitting there. They didn't just take me to the emergency room. Like, the hospital's making me wait in the waiting room while my head is gushing blood. And then, so I'm in the waiting room for like 2 hours. And then they finally take me and put me in a room. I sat in that room for another 2 hours, bleeding. And then finally, the doctor came, and they, like, glued my head back together. They didn't even give me stitches. They, like, gave
I picture they just like put Elmer's glue on it.
So they have this, like, stitches alternative where it's like, and I think they do it.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's like the super like sticky glue or whatever.
Yeah, and it's, I think so. I think it's supposed to, like, instead of getting scars, but I have a scar. And I got to choose the color of the glue.
What?
Yes, they
like
had
it's like
different
braces.
colors. But the thing is, when they put it on, there's no color. It's just like color before they put it on, if that makes sense.
No.
So it was like, it's weird. So it has a color before it's hot, but then they heat it for when they put it on your head because they melt it. It's hot. It like hurt.
Jesus, they use hot glue gun.
No, like seriously, like it's like hot glue.
Jesus.
So I chose purple. I don't know why. My little ass self wanted purple glue on my head. And then they heat it, and then they stick it on, and it's like painful, like it hurts.
Yeah.
And then you have to keep it on for like, it was, I don't know how long. I had it on for a long time, like maybe a month or two, and then they fucking rip it off.
Jeez.
When it's done, and it hurts so bad because it scabs underneath it, and then they rip it off.
You know what I'm into? Have you seen like the double bandages? Where I don't even know what it is. That's a fucking awful way to explain it, but it's like the
double bandages.
Like double bandages, they put 2 on it. It's crazy. No, there's like it's like the adhesive bandages where it's like 2 sides, and you put it on one side of the wound and you put it on the other side of the wound. So they're both hella sticky, and then you pull a tab and it puts it together.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like one of the more newer things I think I saw with at least, it has to be at least like within the past 5 years at least I saw. I've never seen it. I wish they just sold it, but like.
No, that sounds like nice.
But yeah, it's kind of like think almost like Stitches, like Band-Aids and Stitches had a baby, and then boom, and they made love, like sweet love. It makes the difference. But
God.
like so, but there's kind of like almost like it kind of looks like Stitches, almost like that. I'm interlocking my fingers like Stitches. And then, but like this side is just like a Band-Aid, and then the other side's like a Band-Aid too, and then there's like a little pull tab, and you pulls together.
No, not familiar.
I can't even like comprehend that. Like,
Yeah, you might have to search it
I
up.
might
But,
search it up
yeah, but
later.
it's really cool, like little tech. But anyways,
it's not that the white thing they put over like cuts sometimes. You know what I'm talking about? The white Band-Aid they put over cuts sometimes.
gauze.
No, it's not gauze. And it's like it looks like this.
I don't know.
It looks like this.
Yeah, it looks like that.
It's like two semicircles, and it kind of looks like that. Like this. No,
Like this.
no, seriously. You see it in all the action movies when they have the bandages on their face.
I like action movies.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're
That's
talking.
not it.
I don't think so.
Okay. Because that's what I thought it was. Because they tend to put that on it looks like deep cuts.
I'll make
Yeah.
you bet a stack. I'm completely lost. I bet you guys are too.
But yeah, we're just talking about injuries, bandages. Anyways, you have any injuries?
Injury? Oh, I could talk about real quick. I gave my we have two brothers. My older brother an injury by breaking his thumb. We heard jumping on the trampoline. I don't know. I was like a little kid at the time, and we watched.
This kid was a menace. Let me tell you, from my outside perspective, menace.
We watched Ong Bak, and if you don't know, it's a
Tony Jaa.
It's a Muay Thai martial arts film, and I remember I was jumping on the trampoline, and there was like a meme that we had, cause it doesn't matter, but it's called the bee's knees. We called it, and it's where you jump, and you use both of your hands, and you grab both of your shins, and you have your knees pointing down.
It was very wrestler move. The idea was that you would jump, and as you jumped, you pulled your feet towards your butt with like your hands,
Yeah,
and then
grab your shins and pull it up.
And the only point of contact would be your knees to the ground or a body.
Oh my god.
Usually a body in our case, because
Yeah,
we were just rough.
But
kids.
my older brother is like 7 years older than me, and I was a kid at the time, so I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think I was getting to the age where I was like, oh no, I actually have some force to me. I was like being little bro, and I remember jumping on the trampoline, and I said, "And here comes the bee's knees," and I did it, and I think I hit him in like the side or something. I remember his like hand got like caught in the springs, like in his thumb.
Shit, I don't even remember
and his
this.
thumb broke, and I remember as a kid, I didn't feel that bad. I felt like kind of bad. I was like, oh, that
That
sucks.
sucks.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that sucks.
Little kids have no sympathy for
Yeah, I
anyone.
know.
man.
I was my bad. Tea house, if you're watching, that's what we call him. But yeah, that happened. Injuries for myself, I don't really get hurt that often. I mean,
So many stories.
for track,
Got too many.
you run a lot, obviously, and I'm very flat-footed. And what happened to me was after running a lot, I got really bad shin splints, which I didn't even know that was like a thing until I until I got it. And pretty much like I had to run in this big meat, and my shin was like, I have a picture that I might be able to. Nah, probably not. But my shin was like, I think straight
it wasn't
line,
level?
and it was like it goes up like 90 degrees, and then another line. And
Wait, what?
yeah, I need to show you. I remember I sent the picture to like I was in the 4x1 with a bunch of the homies, and I sent them in a group chat. And I was
They're
like,
like, oh.
and I was like, yo, look at this. Is this normal? And it was
Yeah.
like, I don't know if I got it at a really good angle or I guess bad angle, but it looked like 90 degrees. My shins were like coming out, and I remember I went to the doctor's chair or something. I forget. I don't even remember what happened. I just iced it and a bunch of stuff, and I was talking to the assistant coach and blah blah blah. That's what that happened. There was another time for track. I was so stupid. I remember. No, this was a really big meet. Actually, no cap. This was a big meet. It was like I think I was gonna be in the 100 or 4x1, and this was like my senior year. In my senior year, I was actually doing pretty good, and my times were going consistently down every time. And I forgot. I can't remember what it was. I know I ran like a 12 flat. If you didn't know, 11.5 is like to qualify for states. I ran like a 12 flat, and I was going down. Like my time was going down every single time, and I felt really good about the next one. It was like a really big meet against a really like a fierce competitive like rival of our school. I don't know if it was Amity or not, which would be our biggest rival. But I remember I knew in my soul I was gonna get states. Like I knew it in my soul because I was going down every single time. And I think the previous 4x1, it's a little bit different on the 4x1. It's like that's a relay race where you all run 100 meters and pass the baton. I remember on that. I know it's different. But I remember it was like an ego boost. I ran an 11.5 as my split, which is I know it's different, but I was like, I know I can do it. I was like, I can do it. No, actually, I ran an 11 flat. I remember that. I ran an 11 flat, and I was like, oh shit, maybe I can do this. And I know it's different, but it was like I felt it in my jellies. Like I was like, I'm gonna do it. And I remember before the meet, I remember our coach was like, make sure whatever you do, don't be an idiot. Don't play basketball. Don't get hurt, guys. Like this is the one or whatever. And I remember exactly after that practice, I think we went to go play basketball.
Fucking dumb kids.
We were being kids. We went to go play basketball with with the boys, and I remember going up. I got past the rock. I was behind the 3-point. That wasn't my thing because I can't dribble for shit because I don't know why. I just never played basketball like that. But I can shoot, kind of. No, I can. That was alright. And he passed me the rock, and I threw it up. And on my way down, I landed on the side of my foot. And oh my god,
I hate that.
That hurt so. I landed with all my weight just on the side of my foot. I made it though. It was a big shot. I made it though. And I remember I was done right immediately. I limped off. I said, "No, that's it." I was like, I definitely like hurt something, and I immediately took off my sock, and I saw it was starting to swell. And of course, it got the black and blue, and I went to the doctors or whatever for that, and I had to get it, what you got and all that stuff. And I remember I was like, I felt so bad because I pulled up to practice. For like the pre, it was like the day before the meet or whatever. Where I pulled up and I crutched my way there to practice, and then I remember all the girls and the guys looking at me. I was like, oh my god, it's so embarrassing. And I remember a coach looking at me from like mad far, like super far away. But I don't know what he thought, but he knows that I was like a good student, like a good person. Like I wasn't like a douche like everyone.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? like everyone has. There's a tool and
everyone
ego.
in high school has egos, man.
Yeah, and I was crutching up. I would say I was fairly grounded in high school. I mean, my high school people could attest to that, or maybe not. But I was crutching up, and he was like, "Oh, Steve, what happened?" That's what he said. I remember the way he said it. He was like, "Nah, not you too." Like it was like that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Damn, I disappointed him." And my coach was really nice, our head coach. I felt bad. I was like, "Yeah, I did." He's like, "So what happened, dude?" And I was like, "Yeah, I was playing basketball." I told him straight up, I was playing basketball. I jumped and landed on it, and he's like, "Ah, man, I hope you feel better." Blah blah blah. But I was like, damn it. I was like, I know he's disappointed. I shouldn't have done that. So as for injuries, I think that was probably my worst one. I mean, when I did the choreography for I Am like 2020 Dance Story, you go watch it.
Great video.
It's on this channel. That choreography was rough, dude. I remember making the choreo, and if you see the choreo, you know what I'm talking about. But making it and performing it, I'm falling on the ground a lot. I'm dropping on my knees a lot and doing all this stuff. I'm sliding across the floor. I remember during like the shoot of it, I was like, my knee is definitely bleeding. And I remember going home, it was a lot worse than I would have thought in my head. But I remember my knee was definitely bloody. I had like random like scabs and like blood all over my my forearms and like my feet. I remember my entire side of my body was all black and blue, like really bad, like especially like my hips and everything. That was all black and blue, and I could not function for like the following week. I remember that being a big thing. I remember walking in the shower and be like, holy crap, like my entire side. But that's about it. Nothing crazy.
All right, well, I got a couple stories. So which one you guys want to hear? You want to hear about my ankle or my head first?
La cabeza.
You want to hear la cabeza first? Okay. So this is like the first time I had a concussion. Have any of you guys?
Was I there?
Maybe.
I don't remember.
You were definitely. I mean, obviously, you would have known and you experienced it.
Maybe I can't remember, dude.
But have any of you guys had concussions?
No.
And not that I know of. I'm surprised. I mean, I was a cheerleader. I'm surprised if I haven't. If I didn't.
Oh, you probably got like kicked in the head. And
I've already taken the concussion test.
I was like, I'll tell that story after.
But I was. Pretty much in a nutshell, like it was just me and a couple of guy friends that like I had, and we were just playing some backyard football, like in a big ass field, and the soil there, not the softest. I'll be perfectly honest with you. It was like concrete with like just felt on it. That's what I swear. That's what I felt when I hit my head.
It's because when it's always so cold, it's like the ground's like freaking.
I don't even think it was that cold. I think it was summer.
I don't know, maybe.
But like it was just hard as shit. It was like that. It was like but like so we were just playing some good old fashioned football. I'm not really into it as much as I was before, but
I love playing football.
Oh yeah, like but I can't I swear I can't play.
But I was so self-conscious as a like teen, but I feel like now I would like I'm down.
I'm just down to pass the ball now. I don't want another grown man tackling me.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Like I don't want them. I swear they'll tackle. First of all,
at least at this age, yeah. No.
I'm too weak
at this age.
But I went to pretty much wide receiver, cornerback. I was cornerback on defense, and this was to win the game. And that matters. If you haven't played backyard football, it matters. So I was the cornerback, and pretty much that's the guy that defends the wide receiver, a guy who catches the ball. And pretty much it was me and another like 6'5" dude. And if you don't know, I'm like 5'9", 5'10", so I had to really jump for this shit. And you could tell they were playing towards like his advantages, because that's a smart thing to do. So it was just me and him down one lane, no one there, and it was like if he catches it, it's my fault. If I deflect it or intercept it or whatever, it's his fault. And I was doing everything I could, and this like mattered. This was like 4th down. Like if I knock the football down, it's like it's our ball, and that pretty much wins us the game for the most part in terms of momentum. Or if they score again, it's like they win. I think that was like we had a set score, and it was like they win if they score this. And I jump up. They toss the ball pretty much, soaring through the sky. This guy's 6'5". I think at the time I'm like 5'7". But I had some hops. I was a jumper on the track team. I was in the same track team as Steve. And I jump the highest I possibly could, not even caring about how I land, because you're not really supposed to. But also, in the NFL or any football team you play, you have gear on. We didn't have gear. So I jump up, and we go up, and his hands are there, and my hands are there, and I tip that shit to the ground, and incomplete. It's our ball. But at this moment in time, it was just kind of like that freeze frame. Like, so you're wondering how I got here. And my whole body was just like horizontal, kind of. Little pivot, right? Enough to land-ish, but for the most part, horizontal. And all I remember is my feet hitting the ground, and then I just fucking shit whipped just fucking shit whipped my head straight to the ground. It was almost as if like I don't know how to explain it, but you ever get a rope and you kind of just like you kind of let the loop go, and it kind of was like that. Like it was kind of like, and then pretend the end of the end of a rope kind of just slaps, and that was just my head.
Ugh.
And I remember the first time where I felt that was the first time I ever felt like I've had balls thrown at my face.
Me too.
And I felt like people hitting my head. Like I've been kicked in the head. But there was never it was immediate. My body was like no, that hit was bad, dude. Like that was really, really bad. And I don't know how to explain it. It was just like my shit got rocked.
Yeah, you probably have freaking brain lag.
Yeah, it was fucking.
And dropping frames.
And it was like immediately I got back up. Like, come on, let's go again. And then I guess some people saw it. I think no one saw it besides the other wide receiver guy, and he was just like, "Whoa, give him a second. Whoa, you good, dude? You good, dude?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's go." And we played for like another hour, which was fucked up because I had a concussion. Spoilers. But I went to go play, and all I remember was like we went to go to McDonald's afterwards or whatever. And I still was feeling fucked up the whole time. I just thought it was like, okay, well, I got a bad hit in the head. Okay, cool. Like I could just keep going. And it wasn't until we ate at McDonald's, and I was feeling like, yeah, like what you said, well, brain lagged, kind of.
Yeah, dropping frames.
I was dropping frames, like my bit rate, my internet.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't good. We had that optimum internet in my head. And I remember standing up, whatever, after eating, and I just stumbled. Like I had no sense of balance, and that was the moment of like, huh, that was weird.
Yeah.
And I was like thinking deeply with my like dial-up internet in my head, and I was like, oh wait, that wasn't bad because A, B, and C happened. Maybe I should go see a doctor. I went to go get it checked out. Eventually I got a concussion and all that, and that was like there was a whole like 2 months or whatever, or 3 months I had to sit in a dark room, just no phone, no nothing. I just had to sit in a dark room because there's no way you can't put like a cast over my brain.
Yeah.
Like my shit got rocked. But like, and they had like cut my homework down. Like math was like half.
That's nice though.
It was a little nice, especially if you're a high schooler. Like you're just lazy if you're a high schooler, unless you're like really trying to strive. But no one wants homework. No one wants work, especially in high school at least. And they like cut like a lot of it. Math, I know they had to cut more of because it was a little more taxing on the brain. You have to go through like a lot of like steps of doing all that. But that was one of them. You want to hear my ankle one? And pretty much my ankle one, I am notorious for rolling my ankle. You can ask this guy. I have rolled my ankle like probably like 6 times, same ankle. Like my thing is loose. My thing is like do you remember those old 90 toy trapper things that go and you would spin it around? That's my ankle.
Yeah.
That's my ankle. And all I remember, I'm just gonna go to the past 2 times I rolled it because they'll kind of interlock. All I remember was that I rolled it before prom. Imagine anything that happens before prom. That's your life.
I did that too. When I did
Like,
the
what the
basketball
fuck?
thing.
Yeah.
That was before prom. I couldn't even go anyways. So.
And if you don't know, like if you watch the I Am video, Steven's a dancer. I'm also a dancer. And best believe I wanted to hear the music bumping, and I wanted to be dancing. I wanted to be showing off in front of the girls and all that.
Yeah.
And like I didn't break it, but like I rolled my ankle really bad. And again, playing basketball, probably in the same spot.
Sidebar. I remember for prom, dude, I wanted my prom poser to be so epic, and like I was gonna do a choreography like in the front.
Oh, I want to do that too
with the boy. Cause I gathered the boys, and I said, listen, like I want you. This is we're gonna do this, this. I planned it out, did everything. I was making the choreo even, and then I got hurt, and I was like, I can't even do it anymore. I was like, whatever.
Wow.
It was kind of whatever. I couldn't go anyway. Whatever. Anyways.
In high school though, like that shit matters.
Yeah, I mean, in high school, I was like, no, like
You're
my
destroyed.
whole world. Yeah, I was
my
like,
world.
Who are you gonna ask?
and on top of that, I had the track thing too. It was a bad, you know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
a bad week. I was like, no way, just because I played basketball.
Yeah.
Should I listen to coach?
But anyways, I rolled my ankle, and I went to prom fine, and it was really bad because I was like popping painkillers just to dance on it, which I shouldn't have danced on it, and I was like drinking alcohol and
Hey.
I was drinking sodas, and all that, and it's like I shouldn't have done that, but I'm a dumbass kid, you know what I mean? And it's like I just want to party. Like this was the one time. This was a senior year, I think. I never went to junior prom, so this was like the one time in my life, like. That all the movies that we've watched growing up that like tells you this is the night of your life.
Dude, that shit hurt me when I did not go to prom at all because of reasons. But
Yeah. By the way, if you're in high school, and I know it's not gonna make sense now, but it will make sense like in a decade.
everyone
or
always
whatever.
says, "Oh, don't worry, prom was trash." I'm like, dude, just enjoy the moment. Don't be a buzzkill. Just enjoy it.
Just enjoy it. But like,
I thought prom was fun. I went to 2 proms.
oh, good for you. I feel like girls always
No,
go
because
there.
I got
Just-
asked by
Did you get asked by
I
an
got asked by a
upperclassman?
senior when
I knew it.
was,
I knew it.
Actually, no,
sophomore.
I can't even say just enjoy it forehead because I get it. Nah, people, I get it.
But anyways, I rolled my.
I would encourage you to enjoy it though.
I rolled my ankle before prom, and I did all that stuff. And this was like a literal month later or whatever, and we were outside of school at this point. We were just in my driveway playing like some basketball. Again, pick up basketball. And I remember like we were playing, and I think it was me versus you and our other friend Mike, and it was me in Texas.
I remember I was there. I remember that.
And I was so into basketball at this time, and I was getting so salty I was losing. It was just, let me get another one. Let me get another one. I lost,
Salty run backs.
yeah, it was like I lost 3 times, and I was playing way too. You know when the frustration happens. It's in video games as well. You just kind of overstep. You play a little bit more aggressively. You know you need to step back and just kind of do it. Like do what you do.
Yeah.
And I was playing way too aggressively. And I remember I got it. I got the ball, passed, went to go jump, shot it, and then I just landed. And I swear, like it wasn't just sideways. It was like frontwards too. And all I remember was me falling to the ground, and I was screaming. I was just, oh, fuck, and I was like, and everyone fucking freaked out. I remember everyone ran to my aid, and I remember our friend Mike, he was tweaking, he was freaking out. He was like, oh, dude, he's okay, dude, like that. He has to go to the hospital. He definitely broke. He was like trembling over his words and all that, and. I remember eventually, I think luckily, I think my dad at the time, like he pulled into the driveway just as it happened.
Yeah.
So like we were able to drive me to
The place.
the place.
You know the place. Yeah.
The place. They drove me to like a club called The Place.
Yep. I remember that.
We need vodka whiskey. Ace that.
Man,
But
sports was so fun as a kid.
yeah, but so that happened. I remember when I just landed on it too. I was like glistening sweat. We didn't play that much, and I don't know why, for some reason, when I rolled my ankle and like I went off, went to the ground, I just remember like all of a sudden like sweat almost like squirted out like super soaker style. Like for some reason it was just like drip
It's probably
drip.
a pain response.
Probably, but it was like drip drip drip. It was all of a sudden just drowning in sweat.
Probably even more adrenaline and all that stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff, and I was like, it was so fucking gross. And immediately, if you looked at my ankle, it was like I had like elephantitis.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was like
Yeah.
it was almost immediate. I'm talking 30 seconds, not even. People they looked at my ankle and it was like my ankle couldn't come out my shoe.
Yeah, I remember this. Nah, he
And I-
used to tell the truth. That shit was.
And I thought for sure. I thought for sheesh. I thought for sure. I thought for sure it was broken, and everyone else thought for sure it was broken. Even the doctor thought for sure it was broken.
I remember. I think I was chilling.
Even
I
the
was like,
doctor
"Ah,
was just
whatever."
like, "You're lucky it's not broken." Like, I thought when he looked at it, he thought it was broken because it was so swollen and all that, and it was just like, drink your milk, kids.
Drink your milk.
Did,
Ugh.
did you eat your
Yeah,
apple
yeah.
today?
Take your calcium pill, something. Get your calcium. That's all you need to know. Eat some ice cream, just all of it, just the whole tub. Yeah, there we go. Now we're speaking each other's languages. Anyways, you got any other stories to share?
Oh, actually, I want to talk about when I broke my arm.
Oh my god.
I've never broken a bone. That shit. That the
Nah,
thought
me
of
neither.
the thought of breaking a bone.
I'm scared. Yeah.
The thought of breaking a bone
I'd
like
rather not.
scares the shit out of me.
Well,
And I hear it's not as painful as like you like.
But it just sucks. It's just super inconvenient.
Yeah.
so I was 5 when I broke my arm, so a little itty bitty. So I don't really have too much memory of the pain of breaking my arm.
With some bees knees you too.
No, so sort of.
Grab her arm, bee's knees her.
So I was 5, and my mom. This will make sense in the story because my mom was like our age when I was 5. So just think of how you would react at this age to your child breaking their arm.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
I was on the playground. It was like me and my mom.
To be clear, first time like her child like broke.
Yeah.
And
The
a
only
bone.
I'm the only one that's ever broken a bone.
I can't even
Also.
imagine like your
Well, and
kid like
CJ
with his arm like.
My little brother kind
A
of did.
bee's
He
knee
broke
them.
his skull when he was little, but that doesn't count. I don't think.
Okay. You heard it here. The skull, not a bone.
I mean, you know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
He cracked it, he didn't break it.
Mhm.
But so I was at the playground, and the, you know those it's like those things where you hold on to them and then you slide.
Yeah.
I was like monkey bar. Oh,
so it's
those
like it's
things.
like monkey bars, but it's not monkey bars. You like hold it and then you go and you swing.
And you 2C slide.
Yeah. So
They put like I swear they put like extra grease in them. They go so fast and they're so
seriously.
loose.
And so this specific one had this ditch underneath it. It was like
course.
just from being worn down, I think, at the playground.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
So I was trying to do it myself, and I just couldn't get momentum to move. So I had asked this girl who was like slightly older than me at the playground to push me so that I could go. She was probably like 10,
Mhm.
I think, compared to me. So she pushed me, and she pushed me too hard. So I flew off. Like, I went up and flew off, and I landed in this ditch on my arm. Okay. Now, my arm looked like this.
Oh.
Like, if
no.
anybody listening, it's like, think of the forearm, but like,
Think of Sonic the
wavy.
Hedgehog.
Think of an arm,
Green
but
Hill
wavy.
Zone.
Think of your arm, but now in waves.
And I like remember that like distinctively
the
because
visual
it
of
was
it.
crazy. Okay, and I didn't even know how to react. Like, I don't even think I was crying. I just know I got up and like immediately went to find my mom because I was
Like something's wrong.
Mom. Mom.
And so I went with like I found her. She started freaking out. Like my mom was panicking, crying, like just like never had to deal with anything like this. They're like hyperventilating, like freaking out. Like we were sitting and like we had a truck, so it was like me and her, and she's like on the phone because we lived in Florida at this time, and it was like me, her. My aunt lived with us and my brother, so it was just the 4 of us, and we lived in an apartment together. And I know she like called my aunt, like panicking, like, "Oh my God, Kayla fell at the playground, she broke her arm." And so they took me to the closest place, which was a it was like a walk-in clinic. Like that's not the place to take me.
They took you to the place.
Yeah, no,
Oh, you went to the
seriously.
place?
And the clinic was like, what? So they had to call an ambulance to come pick me up.
Is it what?
So that was like,
I didn't know what to do.
because they can't take care of me like that in
No.
a clinic.
They
So-
gave you a lollipop and sent you on the way.
So
Yeah.
they called the ambulance, and that was the first and only time I've ever been in an ambulance. And they had to like stabilize my arm, and then they took me to the thing,
To the place.
to the hospital. And then I just remember they gave me like IVs, and I think they like numbed my arm, and like I'm
Oh.
pretty sure I got like put to sleep because then
No way, really?
because I don't remember anything after that. I just remember
Wow.
waking up and having a cast.
Did
all
they?
of a
They
sudden.
didn't cut you, right?
No, I didn't have any like. So I'm pretty sure they had to break it because
Makes sense. I don't know how
my
they
arm
fix
was, they
arms,
had
yeah.
to put it back in its
Yeah.
place. But again, I don't remember any. I don't remember any of that. So I'm
Yeah.
assuming they put me to sleep.
Hmm.
Because when I woke up, I had a cast. And I had one that went all the way on my arm. It was like the huge cast.
Let me tell you, when you started rubbing your arm, I couldn't see. I couldn't see you doing that, and like the ghost stories from earlier had me freaking out. I heard Steven breathing too, so I was like, "Holy shit!" Okay, anyways, go.
But yeah, so I had this hot pink cast, and it went like all the way down here. And then as like I had it for months. Like I had the cast on for like almost a year.
Yeah.
And then I think around like 6 months, because I lived in Florida. Like my grandpa had a pool, and you know how awful that was for me to not be able to go swimming.
Yeah.
I ended up getting a smaller cast. It was like here to like here, and it was like blue, and it was waterproof, so I could go in the pool with the cast on. But I had it on forever. Like there's a picture of me when I was a kid. If I can find it, I'll give it to you so you can put it up so you can see it. It's embarrassing. But it was like right after I got the cast taken off, but I still had a sling. Like I had to keep my arm in a sling, and it's the most embarrassing school picture of me. But I have a sling. At the same time, I lost my 2 front teeth, and I got lice. So my dad like shaved my head.
Oh
So I had
no,
super short hair on top
that's
of it.
awful.
What
So
the
I have
hell?
a sling, no teeth, and no hair.
Oh my god, man.
Jeez, I couldn't.
It's so funny.
I wouldn't go to school. I mean, how old were you then?
I got bullied for my hair.
Oh, of course you did.
Like some girl, I remember walking into the girl's bathroom, and she's like, "Ew, why is there a boy in the bathroom?"
Oh my
no,
god.
I
kid.
wanted to cry.
Yeah, kids
I told
suck.
the teacher too, and she got in trouble.
Kids are
but-
brutally honest.
Did she do it like on purpose too?
Yeah, she did.
She was just like, "Ew, what's a boy doing?"
Yeah, no, she did. She
Oh,
did it on
you
purpose.
freaking suck.
Oh,
Yeah. It
so
was
she,
so
she knew
mean.
you were a girl. Then.
Oh, 100%. And she was
She
a
knew
little
that was
bitch.
she knew that was Kayla Dennis who got her hair shaved off.
She was a little bitch.
Wow.
And I was in
Oh
kindergarten.
my
like,
god,
come on.
let's find her.
Let's
No,
find her. Let's straight up.
seriously.
We're about to send her to the place.
But
place.
yeah, she was mean. But yeah.
Anyways, my topic.
Yes, sir.
My topic is I hate content creation. Content creation sucks. And I know the reason why I bring this up was because I have like a bunch of like and I know a lot of you guys in some respect do, create content for people to enjoy. And I know that's just kind of what we want to do. I know we're kind of a small YouTube channel right now. But that's something we at least want to do in terms of like a side thing, and hopefully, I mean, that it would be crazy to be full time doing this. It would be so wild. That would be a wild dream. So
That would be a dream.
Yeah. So if you enjoy this, like, comment, subscribe. Seriously, it would help so much.
Or we send you to the place.
He said to the place.
Or we're sending
Yeah.
you to the place. Yeah.
Yeah, the place.
I just picture like a place called The Place, and and it's just like almost going out of business, and it's just like, oh, we haven't had people come here in a while, and then just loads of people coming in. They're like, all right, boys, we're back in business. But anyways, like, I think these past, I want to say this past 6 months, or maybe even so, if we go back a year, certain points, I've just been so frustrated with the technology aspect and trying to get the motivation and all that stuff, and it's satisfying once it's all over, but during the process, there's been certain times where I'm trying to do a thing and then something crashes and something happens and the audio didn't record.
True
Or I'm
that.
doing this and the camera wasn't on, and it makes me want to just absolutely just like break down and cry. I hate it.
I feel that.
I absolutely just rage. And then not only that, it kills my motivation, setting shit up. like, and all of a sudden I'm getting stressed out, and then by the time the camera turns on, it's like I don't even want to do this anymore.
Matter of fact, we should check it right now.
Honestly, like I don't even know if the camera's on right now. Like like we don't have enough people to kind of help out like that. That being said, like it's just such a buzzkill sometimes, and like I know, and it's so disheartening when like we make a video or something and it's like 10 views. And you spent like 24 plus hours of editing and all that. And it's like, oh, it's so hard, but I know you have to keep doing it. And I love it. I do, and to the soul of it, like love it. But that's my topic.
That doesn't really get to, like, the view thing doesn't get to me. What gets to me is, and I know this is just me like thinking like that, but I always go into the trap where I like put all my effort into something, and I feel like I do it for me, obviously, because like I think you should. But then you always want people to appreciate it at least. But every time I put something out there, it always feels like no one cares.
Yeah, like you know
even
what I mean?
in our friend group, like maybe they do support us behind my back, but I feel like literally not a single one of them cares, or like no one cares. That's
Yeah.
I fall into that pit. And
Yeah, you start
Yeah.
doubting yourself, and you start doubting your supporters, and it's like you get into this toxic like mindset. You start eating yourself apart from it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
It's bad.
Oh, it's fucking awful.
it's bad. It's so discouraging, and I have a really big problem being unmotivated, like really badly.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I want to get into it, but I have a lot of reasons to blame them for that. But yeah, no, it's definitely hard to.
Hmm.
When you're in the trap, you're in the trap. If you know, it sucks. It sucks.
Yeah. But anyways, you guys have any like stories at all? Do you have any like all that stuff?
I'm
Because
thinking.
I could get into it.
Like I have a story too. That's kind of it's irritating. Just because I've like an OnlyFans page.
Hmm.
You do?
Yeah.
What?
Which
Is that the place?
it's like that alone just turns people off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm lucky that I have like people I work with that like also do, so it's like cool to have people that I can
Yeah.
like interact with and talk to and like
That's cool.
collaborate with and stuff. But I've noticed other social medias don't like it when you have an OnlyFans / talk about your OnlyFans, and it's not fair.
Yeah, I heard there was like almost like shadow banning going on.
Shadow banning, and I
Yeah.
think I've been shadow banned because I've realized lately, anytime I post on Twitter, when I post, like when I link my OnlyFans, I don't get any interactions on those posts whatsoever.
Mhm.
None. Nobody even likes them. And then, but when I don't link my OnlyFans, then I've got interaction with it, and I'm like, that's not fair, and it
Mhm.
shouldn't work like that.
Yeah.
Because it's like OnlyFans is not just for people that do like sex work. Anybody can use OnlyFans. It's for literally anything. I'm like, I don't use it for sex work.
I'm gonna review this mug on OnlyFans. That's
No,
what
but
I'm
seriously,
doing.
people use it for literally
Yeah.
anything. And it's like, I use it for cosplay purposes. You know what I mean? So how is it fair that I can't post on Twitter the one that's the most like sex friendly,
Yeah.
and then they shadow ban me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's
and
frustrating.
like even like Instagram, you can't post anything on Instagram
Yeah.
because Instagram hates everything.
Yeah.
And so it's like, so where do I go? Like what sites, social media sites do I use anymore?
I can actually relate to that because I have my own OnlyFans. No, I don't. But
I was like, oh.
no. I get where she's coming from, because there's a bunch of times where I've made like choreography or even freestyle, and I don't freestyle. So like when I do want to post a freestyle or whatever, I'm like, oh, this is something different. Like I'm happy with this. Like it took a lot of effort for me to put this out there, because I'm the type of dancer where I'm very calculated. I like to choreograph, and that's it. And it's taken some time for me to put this together and be like, no, you are not that type of dancer. You're this type of dancer, etc. Back in the day when everyone was like, yo, Steven, in the dance circle, like, go, or they like push you in. And I'm like, I guess I gotta do it, whatever. I actually hated that shit. But what I was gonna get to is that when I post stuff that I like work really hard on, they always. There's no escaping it. It's just what we're living in right now. I always get DMCA strike, where everything gets
Oh,
muted.
that sucks.
That's not fair.
Instagram, TikTok, everything, and that by itself, because I have like motivation issues, that by itself makes it even worse and even more discouraging, because I'm trying to put this shit out there, not even for like views or anything. The dance shit's completely for me, but I'd like to share it with people, and this shit just gets either deleted, taken off, or muted, and it's like all that for nothing. And I was like, oh, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
It's just like a big whatever, dude. You know what I mean? You just want to so that's why sometimes I feel like I slowed down with the dance shit. That's like another reason for it, and like all that shit. It just sucks.
Yeah. I I feel like part of the reason why I wanted to get into this topic, and I think the one thing that spawned on it, I have another dumb topic. I told these guys already what it was. Maybe I'll talk about it next episode. But like, I went to go film a Resident Evil 8 Village came out about a week or two at the time of filming this, and I went to go play it because Resident Evil is one of my favorite things, and I actually have a really big kind of like tie to it. I think the first time I ever put myself out there was years ago, 2015 I think was when Resident Evil 7 came out, I believe. I believe sounds about right.
Had to be 2013. No. Hold up, I got this. Because I'm gonna Google search this right after. It was definitely 2017.
Okay, 2017, somewhere between there. Was the first time I ever put myself out in terms of like videos.
No, it's 2018. I'm searching it up.
Videos or like content and all that. And I just decided like I'm gonna go stream this, and no one really watched, like maybe a couple people, but like I know Steven was watching, and some people that have been on Dance Anime have been watching a little bit and just, you know, having fun interacting and all that. So that was like, that's a really like, it means a lot, you know what I mean? That comes from like,
Can I say it?
what is it?
I should have stuck with my gut. This is the lesson that always stick with the gut. January 24th, 2017.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said 2017. I should have stuck with it, man. I knew it. I knew it. We'll edit it out now.
But anyways, it was just I'll dub it with this voice, like 2017. But it means a lot. So that being said, when I was about to say 2018, when Resident Evil 8 came out, Village, it's kind of the true sequel to 7, and I was ready to stream it, or not stream it. I was actually planning to just do a let's play of it. And pretty much I was doing it, and it crashed like 2 times while I was doing it. And I was like, I hate technology. And it was like, I was so motivated to do this. 3rd time, let's go.
That happens to me all the time.
It sucks.
All the
but
time.
anyways, the 3rd time going into it, I'm going to like a fair good amount, hour or whatever, and it crashes again. And I remember there's probably footage unless I deleted the clip or whatever, but like I was just sitting there just like head in my hand of just like and like I was just so over it. Like I was so over it.
Yeah, that's how I get too.
And the thing that sucks too is that you're going through it and like you're trying to do these spontaneous moments and stuff, and you can't just recreate the moment. That's not genuine.
Yeah.
At least I don't think you should do that.
No.
And it's just like, now I just have all this stuff like wasted. And that led me to think like, yo, I hate this stuff. And like, I think until I get like all that stuff situated, it's like I kind of plan on not doing any more video game stuff. I was actually just gonna do like more just like videos on the channel and then this podcast to keep me kind of occupied with making all that stuff. But like, I hate it. That being said, it's really rewarding once it works and when everything goes.
Yeah,
like,
it's a blast once it's going well.
I'll never forget like just whenever I'm streaming and then like when I'm having the chat going. And shout outs to I know there's some people on our Discord. I'll just keep it brief, like Megan and Hannah and all that stuff. Like I see them jump in my chat every now and then, and even Rowan in our Discord, which you could join. I'll put in the description. But whenever I see them, and because no one really watches my stuff, again, we are a small YouTube channel, and whenever I see someone interacting and stuff, it makes me so happy that you guys are watching, that you're choosing to spend your time to actually, you know, you're literally like wasting your time, like watching like us on the videos and all that. And I just wanted to give up so badly, and I want to give up so badly every time. And honestly, it wasn't even until like I was so disheartened, like overall, like I was just like, I'm not gonna do anything. And I just received a comment on the YouTube channel from Blame Society. Shout out to you. Hopefully you subscribed. That's the name of the channel. And I wanted to give up so badly, but when I read the comment, it was just like, it was really aggressive for some reason. It was sarcastically aggressive, but he was just like, "You dumbass fucking rat, why you fucking underrated son of a bitch." Like pretty much it was like that. It was just like, "Why don't you have more than 100 subs? I'm so angry." But it's things like that like keep me motivated.
Yeah, for sure.
And it happened to me like, I shit you not, within the how long have we been making videos? 2 years, 1 year, or something like that. A little over a year, I think. And I think it's happened to me 3 times where I am ready to just throw it all away, but then for some reason it's like an act of God fucking puts
somebody telling you that this is what you're meant to do and you shouldn't give up.
And then there's always like a comment saying like, wow, like you're really good, and that's what makes me kind of continue wanting to do that. Now, if we get a bigger following, I know there's gonna be some people being like, "You fucking dipshit, you suck," and we'll see
That's when we truly make it.
Yeah, that's when we truly make it. So we'll see how that ends up. But I just wanted to talk.
This whole thing reminds me. This is why I always say in our group chats and everything to you guys. I always say I always do hashtag nothing ever works.
Yeah,
with technology, because nothing ever works. And the funny thing is, since the RE8 was coming out, I wanted to stream RE7 like before that, like a week before.
Great game.
And I remember I was having issues on the PS5 because apparently you can't stream it with the camera, and I wanted to stream my reactions with the camera because I don't know, it picks up VR for some reason. But anyways, it doesn't work on PS5 for streaming the face cam, and I was so motivated to do that stream. I was like, I can't wait to do this shit. And then when that shit happens, it's so discouraging, and I was just like, I literally just gave up on that game. I was like, whatever, I'm not even gonna play it. So yeah, I've been there, dude. I run into that problem all the time. And I feel like I could go on and on about a bunch of moments with content creation, but I don't know. I don't want to get that deep. It's just kind of surface level. Nothing ever works. Like literally, anytime you edit, all this stuff, everything always gets deleted. This problem happens. This happens.
Yeah.
Just that's my entire this segment in a nutshell. For me, it's just a hashtag. Nothing ever works. Literally, nothing just ever works.
Yeah, I think like overall, do you guys think it's worth it? Like,
oh no, for 100%. Once I put out stuff, it's like it's such a good reminder to me. I was like, this is why you like doing this shit. Like especially when I did the IM video, dude. That shit. I remember watching it for the first time after I edited it, dude. I was about to cry. I was like, this is incredible that I just made this. It was funny. I feel like I was about to cry, and you walked into my room when I was watching it, and I was like, I'm not crying.
Yeah, I felt
you
bad.
ruined the first moment. That was my first
moment.
That was the first watch after. Anyways, that's those moments like that. That's the shit that I love though. Like once you finally make the product and you watch it for the first time or whatever, and you just let it go. You're like, oh, thank God. And then you run into the freaking the self doubt and the no one cares bullshit. Yeah, you get over it.
Honestly, you get over it. Honestly, just make the best out of it.
Yeah, do it for yourself. Like... That's my thing. I always do it for myself, but it would be nice.
Yeah.
For someone to care.
And if you're out there like small YouTube trying to do that,
keep doing it, man.
Just keep doing it. If you got a phone and that's all you got, just do it. If you use what you have at your disposal, because
I can't even say I'm such a hypocrite with that.
I know you are like definitely like a perfectionist.
I'm a perfectionist.
I think just do it, because honestly, I have a $400 preamp with a $1,600 laptop with a $2,000 setup camera stuff, and I have 110 subscribers, and we've been doing this for a year or two.
It is what it is.
Just do it. That's all I gotta say.
I can't like wholeheartedly say that because I'd be such a hypocrite. But no, for real, just do it. Even though I don't do it myself, and my friends tell me to do it all the time. But I don't know. I'm just so perfectionist when it comes to this shit. It sucks. With the motivation issues, it's so bad. It's so bad. I have problems.
Yeah, that's like my only like true advice. And like, comment, and subscribe if you like this stuff. But any other stories or any like hardships you guys went through, or do like?
Not that I want to say, no.
Do you actually enjoy content creation? Is something you pursue or something like that?
The one thing that's making me like not want to leave is I have this one fan on my OnlyFans who is just
He's your only fan? No.
Well, I mean, I have 3 now who have stayed since the beginning, and they're so great. But I have one.
That's dope.
Who he is just the sweetest dude. He always pays like months and months and months in advance. Like, this dude has been with me since the moment he's been with me since I had my Patreon. Came over to my OnlyFans, he's paid like 6 months in advance, like is not going anywhere. Every time he does it, he pays like months in advance. He's always buying customs. He likes all my photos. He's always so sweet when he messages me. And I'm like, if I didn't have him, I don't think I would keep doing this.
That's true.
It really is.
Because he's like the only one that stuck with me this whole time. Even when I'm like having bad mental health days, and I talk about it on there sometimes, you know what I mean? And he's always so supportive. Like, I want you to know, Makoto, you are the person who is keeping me doing this. It's you. If you ever see this, I love you.
But like, and like, not only that, I want to talk about like, it's so discouraging to see other bigger people go at it, and when you look at your numbers, and I know it's not really healthy to compare, like it's really just not a fair comparison, but like it's so easy to look at certain like YouTubers or what have you, and you compare, especially if like say I'm looking at other like anime YouTubers or whatever, or other personality based YouTubers, and it's like, what am I doing? And it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
I'm like, sometimes I'm like, my content is like high quality, like it's really good, and like these girls have low quality nothing, and they have like 50,000 followers. Like, how is that even possible?
Yeah, I like literally.
That's the worst, isn't it?
Yeah, I fall under the mind too, where like I look at that stuff and I eat myself alive.
Yeah, me too.
I eat myself alive like a bunch of carpenter ants with a piece of 2x4.
I always just fall into the trap where I watch someone or something, and I'm like, if I had what they have, I know I can do that. Like I know for a fact I can do that.
But I want to talk about like,
if not, do it better.
Yeah, I say that
Wow.
sometimes too.
Wow.
that's how I hype myself up too. I always say I could do that, but better. That's actually how I got into like acting. By the way,
I know I can do it.
When I was a kid, all I said growing up when I seen kids on TV is, I could do that better. I could do that better.
Really?
Wow.
No, 100%.
I feel like you gotta do that to yourself.
it's
I
a
think.
good attitude.
It's a good attitude.
Just don't really.
I have the X factor. Like you have the X. I know. I got the X factor.
Yeah.
You don't. No, okay. Yeah, but that's kind of how you have to be
You
though.
just gotta think highly of yourself.
No, I shit you
And
not.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'll this will be a different topic. I won't talk about it now, but I want to talk about how I unsubbed and like muted and
True.
and blocked a bunch of YouTubers, a group of YouTubers. I'm gonna say,
I've done that.
and it's not. I love their shit.
Yeah, no, I've fallen into this too. Yeah.
I love their shit, and I'll talk about it in a different topic. I don't know when, but I love their shit. They fall underneath the same like anime kind of group, and it's just like
It just messes with you mentally.
But when I see them like recommended to me, and I see how everyone's talking about it, and they're the hottest thing, it's so hard to compare my channel to them. Or, like it's easy to compare it, but
It's
like
not fair to.
it's not fair to. And it really just puts a downer on me.
I
know-
relate.
So I told myself like, until I think I am ready, like until I think this channel is ready to like go 1-to-1, and we could like with their stuff, like that's when I'll like actually go back. And because I think the one thing that killed me was that I had an idea for a video, and it was supposed to be like revolutionary, and it was like nothing I could pull off with the size of my channel. And then they fucking did it, and everyone's like,
That's
wow.
the worst. That happens to me too. I'm like, I have this
Yeah.
idea, and I see someone else do it, or I see someone's like, I don't know, man. I was like, I want to be the trailblazer. I want it to be me.
Yeah.
Like you're just ripping my idea.
But-
Are you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I have so many like just wonky ideas in my head that I want to do, and I mean I don't want to go into the details because you can probably deduce who I'm talking about.
It's fairly easy.
But they pretty much had an idea, like, and it was a revolutionary idea, never done before on YouTube, and it's like there was no way I could do it. But when I cross that bridge, I'll do it when it's plausible. And then they did it, and I was like, you motherfuckers. And it was just like such a big like fuck.
Yeah.
Oh god damn it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's why I do the same thing. It's like I really like their content, or I want to stick around, but I can't stick around right now. It's just bad for me. I can't do it.
yeah. So whenever I like, it's like almost like me shunning myself. It's not really for them, it's for me.
Yeah.
And when I think that my energy matches their energy, and
I think it's healthy.
no, yeah.
I think it's being self-aware.
Yeah, as long as
It's good to cut toxic things out of your life.
yeah.
You know?
That's not necessarily toxic.
But if it's toxic to you,
Yeah.
then it's
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 toxic.
you-
relatively
yeah.
toxic.
Yeah, if it's making you like
Yeah.
think badly and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Then
so.
it's toxic and you cut it out. That's it.
Yeah.
Even if it's
Yeah.
not toxic, if it is toxic to you and it makes you feel bad about yourself, cut it out.
That's
You
the
don't need it.
truth. That's
Yeah.
the real truth, and nothing but the truth.
All right, this has been the Dance Anime Podcast. If you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe, and please give us like all the thumbs up, 5-star ratings. I'm not sure how it works on all the podcast services. and all that stuff. I think it's just like rating stuff. But anyways,
No idea.
yeah, I have
No
no idea. But once we get it up on the podcast services, I'll make sure to tell you what to do. All I know is that whatever gets us at the highest rating possible, please do it. Again, like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, because I know there's a friend that has a friend that has a friend that would probably enjoy this stuff. And
Or else we'll send you to the place.
we will send you
to the place.
the place. You don't want to go there. We'll send you there. But yeah, this has been the first episode of the Dance Anime Podcast, and hopefully to many more as we record these weekly. That's what we said, weekly, right? Right, guys?
Yeah.
I didn't say anything. You tell me what to do.
I'm not committed. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Peace out.